For worms, keep the colon clean. You might need to do some colon cleansing, because worms will only live in a colon that's not working well. I almost said dirty colon, and you might say, Barbara, all colons are dirty. That's right. The waste is coming out. But when a person is eating a lot of sugar, a lot of wheat, a lot of refined foods and meat, this encourages the growth of worms. But on a vegetarian diet, when the person is eating a plant-based diet and they're evacuating 2 times a day if they're eating 2 meals, 3 times a day if they're eating 3 meals, can you see there isn't really ground for the worms to live? Now, worms hate garlic. So, and you know what also worms hate? Is pumpkin seeds. So for worms, eat pumpkin seeds as the first thing that goes into your mouth at breakfast. There's something in the pumpkin seeds that the worms hate. And then raw garlic. So how do you take the raw garlic? You can mix the raw garlic with a little bit of olive oil.
Have you ever wondered what unseen guests might be lurking in your body, quietly sapping your energy? Imagine that nearly 2 billion people around the world deal with parasitic infections at some point, and seniors can be especially vulnerable without even realizing it. What if I told you that something as simple as a drink could play a role in helping your body fight back? By the end of this video, you'll discover 8 surprising beverages that seniors often turn to for parasite support. Before we start, let us know in the comments below where you're watching from. I'd love to know and say hello to you. Now let's get started. Number 1, papaya seed elixir. Have you ever heard about using papaya seeds in a drink to fight off parasites? The idea is that compounds in the seeds may affect certain intestinal worms or protozoa. In traditional settings, especially in regions where parasitic infections are common, people sometimes dry or grind papaya seeds and mix them with water, honey, or juice to form a simple elixir. The thought is that certain enzymes or alkaloids in the seeds can interfere with parasite activity. Yet in plain terms, while there are anecdotes and a few small observations suggesting some benefit, the evidence is not strong or conclusive for everyone. It's also important to keep in mind that seniors often have other health considerations, slower digestion, potential interactions with medications, or a weaker immune response, so any self-treatment idea needs careful thought. Making a papaya seed elixir typically involves collecting fresh seeds from a ripe papaya, cleaning and air drying them, then grinding a small amount, often a teaspoon or 2, into a powder. That powder gets mixed with water or a mild fruit juice, sometimes with a bit of honey to improve taste. People may sip this once daily for a short period. But here's the catch. We don't have a clear, standardized dose that's been tested in large, well-designed human studies. What worked in one small group might not work the same way in another. And taking too much seed powder could cause stomach upset or other issues. Seeds can contain compounds that in large amounts may irritate the digestive tract or affect liver or kidney function if someone already has underlying conditions. Number 2, pumpkin seed drink or smoothie. Pumpkin seeds have a long history in folk medicine as a remedy for worms. The thought is that certain compounds in pumpkin seeds might paralyze or otherwise affect intestinal parasites. In parts of the world, people have used raw or lightly toasted seeds, blended into smoothies or ground into powders to help expel tapeworms or other worms. While this tradition persists and pumpkin seeds are nutritious, rich in healthy fats, protein, fiber, magnesium, zinc, and antioxidants, the scientific proof for reliably killing parasites in humans is limited. Most evidence comes from animal studies or combinations of pumpkin seeds with other herbs in small trials. Relying solely on pumpkin seed drinks for a confirmed parasitic infection would be risky. Instead, see pumpkin seed beverages as a nutritious addition to the diet rather than a standalone cure. If you enjoy pumpkin seeds, blending a modest handful, say a quarter cup of raw shelled seeds, into a smoothie can be tasty and healthful. Combine with fruits like banana or berries, a bit of yogurt or a plant-based milk, and perhaps a touch of cinnamon for flavor. This yields a creamy, fiber-rich drink that supports digestion and offers micronutrients beneficial for older adults. However, don't expect a single smoothie to clear a parasitic infection. The amount of active compounds is uncertain, and consuming too many seeds might lead to bloating or interfere with absorption of other nutrients. Especially in seniors, digestive tolerance varies. Starting with small portions and noticing how you feel is wise. If the aim is general gut health and immune support, including pumpkin seeds in meals or snacks is fine. Sprinkle them on salads, oatmeal, or yogurt. They can complement a balanced diet that helps maintain a robust gut lining and diverse microbiome, which indirectly aids resistance to a range of infections. But if you suspect parasites, symptoms like chronic diarrhea, unexplained anemia, or visible signs of worms, seek medical testing. A healthcare professional can recommend proven anti-parasitic medications with clear dosing. After treatment, including pumpkin seeds in the diet may help restore nutrition and fiber, easing recovery. Should you wish to try a pumpkin seed-based drink with an eye towards supporting overall wellness, keep portions moderate. Too large a serving at once can cause indigestion, especially if you're not used to a lot of fiber or fats. Use fresh seeds to avoid rancidity and blend them well so the drink is smooth. Drink plenty of water alongside to help fiber move through the digestive tract. Observe how your body responds. If you notice discomfort, reduce the amount or frequency. Number 3, pomegranate juice or infusion. Pomegranates are often celebrated for their antioxidant power, thanks to compounds called polyphenols. In lab studies, extracts from pomegranate peel or juice have shown activity against certain parasites in test tubes or animal models. People sometimes prepare a mild infusion by simmering peel pieces in water, or they drink fresh or diluted juice to harness potential benefits. For seniors, pomegranate beverages can be a refreshing way to add antioxidants, support circulation, and aid general immune health. Yet it's important to understand that lab findings don't always translate directly into real-life cures for parasitic infections. Drinking pomegranate juice might help overall resilience, but is unlikely on its own to eliminate a confirmed parasite. If you want to include pomegranate juice in your routine, choose 100% juice without added sugars, and consider diluting it with water to reduce sugar load. A small glass, say 4 ounces, mixed with equal parts water, can offer flavor and nutrients while keeping calories and sugars in check. For an infusion, you might simmer clean pomegranate peel pieces in water for several minutes, strain and sip the warm liquid. This can be soothing and still deliver some beneficial compounds. However, because pomegranate is acidic, if you have sensitive stomach or reflux issues, drink in moderation and perhaps follow with a neutral snack. Seniors on medications, especially those for blood pressure or cholesterol, should be mindful that pomegranate compounds can sometimes interact with how drugs are metabolized. It's wise to mention any regular pomegranate consumption to your healthcare provider or pharmacist. They can monitor for interactions or adjust medication timing if needed. If you're diabetic or pre-diabetic, keep an eye on blood sugar. Since juice contains natural sugars, a healthcare professional can guide how much is safe. But generally, moderate pomegranate intake as part of a varied fruit diet is fine. Number 4, garlic infusion, garlic tea. Garlic has a reputation for antimicrobial properties, and lab research shows its active compounds can affect a range of germs and even some parasites in test tube settings. Many cultures use garlic in cooking or as a simple infusion, sometimes called garlic tea, to support immune health and digestion. For seniors, a mild garlic infusion can be soothing when prepared gently, but it's not a guaranteed way to eliminate parasites on its own. Think of garlic infusion as part of a supportive approach to wellness, rather than a standalone cure. To make a basic garlic infusion, you might crush or finely chop 1 small clove of fresh garlic. Let it rest briefly so active compounds develop. Then pour warm, not boiling water over it and steep for several minutes. You could add a touch of honey or a slice of lemon to improve taste. Sip slowly, perhaps once a day, noticing how your stomach feels. Some people find raw garlic harsh, causing heartburn or indigestion. If that happens, reduce the amount or discontinue. Seniors often have varying tolerance, so start with a tiny piece. If you're on blood-thinning medication or have a bleeding risk, be aware that garlic can have mild antiplatelet effects. Check with your doctor before regular use. Garlic infusion may support digestion, encourage healthy gut bacteria balance, and provide mild immune stimulation. During an episode of mild digestive upset, sipping a gentle garlic infusion might soothe some discomfort, but if parasites are at play, professional diagnosis and prescription therapy remain crucial. If you're undergoing anti-parasitic medication that can irritate the stomach, a small garlic infusion might either help or worsen symptoms depending on your tolerance, so discuss with your healthcare provider. They can advise whether it's safe alongside your other treatments. If you decide to include garlic infusion as a supportive habit, watch for side effects. Any new digestive pain, unusual heartburn, or signs of bleeding, e.g. easy bruising, should prompt you to stop and check in with a medical professional. Keep portions small, typically half to 1 small clove per infusion. Use fresh garlic each time rather than old cloves that may be moldy or sprouting. Balance garlic use with a varied diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and adequate fluids. That balanced approach helps your immune system and gut health more reliably than focusing on any single remedy. In short, garlic infusion can be a pleasant ritual for seniors who tolerate it, offering some general support, but it should never replace formal evaluation and treatment when parasites are suspected. Number 5, ginger tea. Ginger is well known for its ability to calm nausea, support digestion, and offer anti-inflammatory benefits. In lab and animal studies, ginger extracts sometimes show activity against certain parasites, but we don't have solid proof that a cup of ginger tea will clear a parasitic infection in humans. For seniors, ginger tea can be a comforting, gentle drink that helps settle the stomach, especially if medications or mild digestive upset occur. It's best viewed as part of a wider supportive diet rather than a direct parasite-killing solution. To make ginger tea, slice or grate a small piece of fresh ginger root, maybe an inch or so, simmer in water for around 10 to 15 minutes, then strain and sip warm. You can add a squeeze of lemon or a bit of honey for flavor if your blood sugar and acidity tolerance allow. Start with modest amounts. Too much ginger at once can cause heartburn or interact with blood-thinning medications, so check with your doctor if you're on such drugs. Seniors often appreciate ginger tea for its soothing effect on digestion, especially if appetite or stomach comfort wavers. Drinking ginger tea may help counter nausea, ease mild cramping, and support circulation. When facing any digestive discomfort, sipping warm fluids gently can be reassuring. If you're on prescription anti-parasitic treatment that upsets your stomach, ginger tea might help mitigate nausea, again if you tolerate it, but it won't replace the need for the medication itself. If a parasitic infection is confirmed, follow the full prescribed course. Meanwhile, use ginger tea to keep comfortable, stay hydrated, and maintain nutrition. Observe how your body responds. If ginger tea seems to cause any increased heartburn, dizziness, or unusual bleeding signs, pause and consult your provider. For many seniors, a daily cup of mild ginger tea is fine, aiding hydration and offering anti-inflammatory compounds. Combined with a balanced diet, sufficient rest, and medical guidance, ginger tea can be a friendly companion in overall health. Just remember, it's a supportive beverage, not a standalone cure for parasites. Number 6, turmeric golden milk or turmeric infusion. Turmeric, with its active ingredient curcumin, is praised for anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects. In test tubes or animal studies, curcumin sometimes shows activity against parasites, but a typical turmeric drink delivers only modest amounts. For seniors, turmeric golden milk turmeric mixed into warm milk or a plant-based milk, often with a pinch of black pepper to aid absorption, can be a soothing evening drink that supports joint comfort or general inflammation control. However, it's not a proven standalone method to kill parasites. To prepare golden milk, warm your milk of choice gently, stir in about 1/2 to 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder, add a pinch of black pepper, and sweeten lightly if desired and if blood sugar permits. Sip slowly, savouring the warmth. If you have reflux or gallbladder issues, use caution. Turmeric can sometimes aggravate these conditions. If you take blood thinners or certain medications metabolized by the liver, check with your healthcare provider, as turmeric in larger amounts may interact. Moderation is key. A small daily cup is generally safe for many seniors, but individual health factors matter. Enjoying turmeric drinks can fit into a balanced diet rich in whole foods, helping manage mild inflammation or joint stiffness. During or after any medical treatment, including for parasitic infections, golden milk may help with comfort, sleep ritual, and gentle anti-inflammatory support. But if you suspect or have confirmed parasites, rely on diagnostic tests and prescribed treatment as primary steps. Use turmeric beverages to nourish and comfort, not to replace essential medicines. Monitor your response. If golden milk causes indigestion, worsen reflux, or you notice any unusual bleeding or skin reactions, stop and consult your doctor. For many, a warm turmeric drink can be a pleasant part of a nightly routine, helping wind down while delivering small amounts of beneficial compounds. Combine with a diet full of vegetables, fruits, whole grains, lean proteins, and sufficient fluids, plus any prescribed medications. In that way, turmeric beverages contribute to overall wellness without giving a false sense of cure. Number 7, wormwood tea. Wormwood has a long history in herbal traditions for tackling intestinal parasites. Some active compounds in certain Artemisia species are potent. Artemisinin, for example, is a cornerstone of malaria treatment. But plain home-brewed wormwood tea can vary greatly in strength and may contain compounds like thujone that can be toxic in high amounts. For seniors, the idea of using wormwood tea to kill parasites sounds tempting if you've heard old stories, but it carries real risks unless done under expert guidance with standardized extracts. If you're simply curious about wormwood tea, know that preparing it at home means you can't measure exactly how much of each active or potentially harmful compound ends up in your cup. Some people report nausea, dizziness, or even more serious effects if they drink too concentrated an infusion. Seniors often have lower tolerance to toxins and may be on medications that interact or be more vulnerable to side effects. Therefore, self-administering wormwood tea for parasites is not advisable without medical oversight. A healthcare provider or an experienced herbalist might guide you toward a standardized, tested extract or formula if they judge it appropriate as a complementary measure. Even then, it's never a substitute for prescribed anti-parasitic drugs when an infection is confirmed. If, under professional advice, you use a controlled wormwood preparation, the provider will set a clear, short-term dosing plan, watch for side effects, and ensure it doesn't clash with your other health conditions or medications. For general wellness without a diagnosed infection, most seniors don't need to use wormwood tea. Other safer supportive drinks serve better. If you ever suspect parasites, prioritizing a proper diagnostic workup and evidence-based treatment is paramount. In short, while wormwood carries intriguing traditional lore, the uncontrolled home tea approach poses too much uncertainty and potential harm for a senior. Number 8, probiotic drink, yogurt, kefir, or fermented beverage. Probiotics don't directly kill parasites like specific medications do, but they support a healthy gut environment and immune system. Strains of beneficial bacteria or yeasts found in yogurt, kefir, kombucha, or other fermented drinks can help maintain balance in your digestive tract. A resilient, well-balanced gut flora may make it harder for unwanted organisms to settle in and may reduce the severity or duration of mild gastrointestinal episodes. For seniors, a daily probiotic drink can be a gentle, nourishing habit that complements medical care when facing digestive issues, including those related to infections. If you tolerate dairy, plain yogurt with live cultures or kefir can be an easy choice. Choose low-sugar varieties or plain versions and add fresh fruit or a small drizzle of honey if desired. If lactose is a problem, look for dairy-free probiotic drinks or fermented vegetable juices that contain live cultures. Introduce these gradually so your gut adjusts, perhaps starting with a small serving once a day. Pay attention to how you feel. Mild bloating or gas can occur initially, but usually subsides. If you have severe immune issues or central lines, discuss with your doctor, as rare complications can arise. For most healthy seniors, moderate probiotic drinks are safe and beneficial. When a parasitic infection is diagnosed, doctors sometimes recommend probiotics alongside medication to help restore gut flora, reduce diarrhea, and support recovery. The prescription drug targets the parasite, while probiotics help your digestive tract bounce back. Even after successful treatment, continuing probiotic drinks for a time may help maintain balance and prevent lingering digestive discomfort. Remember to keep overall hydration up by drinking water, herbal teas or broths, since good fluid intake helps all parts of digestion and recovery. In daily life, make probiotic drinks part of a varied diet. Pair them with fiber-rich foods, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats. That combination feeds beneficial microbes and keeps your immune defenses nimble. While probiotic beverages won't directly zap parasites, they create an environment less hospitable to pathogens and support resilience. Always talk with your healthcare provider about adding any new supplement or dietary habit, especially if you have chronic conditions or take multiple medications. With their guidance, probiotic drinks can be a friendly, lasting habit to nurture digestive health and overall well-being. Thanks for sticking around until the end. Which drink surprised you the most, or which one do you think you might try first? Drop your thoughts and experiences in the comments. I read everyone and love hearing from you. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't yet, and tap the notification bell so you don't miss future tips on staying healthy.